Hey everyone, so in this video I'm going to be talking about some artists that I would like to see appear in the Fortnite festival mode. This is a prediction video, but also kind of just like a wish list video. Every artist I say in this video, they could make it in a few years time, or literally none of them can make it. Obviously I don't know, it's all just guesses, and as I said, really just a wish list. So let me know who you would like to see in the Fortnite festival mode next and in the coming years. Like, who's your favorite artist? Let me know. Would you like to see them in the game? Let's get into it. So I believe after the first season, the rest of the artists that were going to be in the game got leaked. I remember in the first season, I remember hearing about Lady Gaga before she came out, and then Billie Eilish and Snoop Dogg, Karol G, Metallica, they all got leaked. I think maybe around season 2, roughly. I could be wrong about that, but they did definitely get leaked, and of course that turned out to be true. Now, I haven't heard any leaks about what's coming next, so I assume it hasn't been leaked. I probably would have heard about it, but if it has, I must have just missed it. But to my knowledge, nothing's been leaked yet, so we don't really have anything to go off here. So my first guess, this is actually a prediction, not really a want, but if she is in the game, I wouldn't mind that. Our last artist was a male singer, that being Snoop Dogg, so I think we could probably expect, it isn't definite of course, but we can probably expect the next artist to be a female. I could actually see it being Doja Cat, and the reason I say this isn't really based on anything, but I know that she does, I don't know if she does anymore, but I know she definitely used to stream games, so that would be helpful for both of them. Like, they could have some type of deal where she streams their game using her skin. There's already an emote or two of her songs in the game. I don't know if there's any of her actual songs in the game, like jam tracks, but there's definitely artists with jam tracks in the game that aren't in it yet, so we can definitely expect to see some of those artists or bands appearing in the festival as the main artist sometime down the line. But I think that she could have pretty interesting skins. I'm not really a fan of Doja Cat, but that could be a pretty interesting concept, and she could be a fun singer to have. She does have a decent amount of songs that could fit in the Fortnite festival, but again, that's more of a prediction. She might not be next, but I do think she will make an appearance in the coming years in the festival mode. Next up, I wanted to talk about some older artists that I think would actually be kind of cool to see in Fortnite. And this is always a dangerous sort of thing to talk about, because there are so many people in this game that anything I say in this video, for all I know, they are in the game and they're just never in the store. But to my knowledge, what I'm about to say, they aren't in the store, and I feel like they would actually be a decent fit. I don't know if they would sell well, but I think they could fit well in the game. And that's actually the band Kiss. I feel like their skins could look really cool in the game. They have a decent amount of well-known songs, and I think that it's really lacking at the moment in terms of sort of rock songs. I'm not really a Metallica fan, so I don't really listen to their music, but I believe that they are like a rock band. So it'd be cool to have another one pop up maybe in 3-4 seasons time. And it's like a band like Metallica, so you have a couple of skins that you can sell. Epic loves, charging people for a decent amount of money, so getting a couple of skins in there and, getting some emotes, you could definitely do that. As I said, they have a decent amount of well-known songs, so I feel like that could be a pretty interesting, band to see. Another artist I would love to see, this is actually one on my wish list, this is definitely the artist I want to see the most. And I have made a video actually on why he should appear in the game, but it can be a bit difficult because this artist has passed away, and that is of course Michael Jackson. I think that he would be a great fit to the game. I already talked about in that video, like the skins he could have, his emote, back bling, all that stuff. But for festival, he probably more than any other artist really in the world, I'd say, has so many recognizable songs. Even if you're not a fan of his, they could easily get 5, I believe they do 5 songs per artist, but you could easily do 10, 15, and 90% of the people that listen to it would know the song. Again, he'd have a decent amount of options, emotes, songs. I feel like he would just be a really, really good fit to the game, but it might be difficult because, of course, he has passed away, so I don't really know how his estate would handle that. Like, would they want him in the game? I really don't know. It is a lot harder when the actual artist isn't here anymore, which is why he might not make it in. We'll have to see, of course, but I think he would be a really cool addition. I think it's cooler that they've been doing some slightly older artists. I know Snoop Dogg and Metallica aren't that old, but they're a lot older than artists like Karol G or Billie Eilish that they've been adding as well. Next up, I have a couple more female singers I think would be pretty cool to add. And the first one is an artist that I know a couple of songs from, but I feel like just her vibe from like the early 2000s would really fit the game and be something a little bit new. I'm pretty sure one of her songs is actually in the festival mode. I might be wrong about that, but I'm actually talking about Avril Lavigne. I think that she would be a really cool fit to the game. I mean, I think a lot of us know at least a decent amount of her songs. You might think you don't, but then when you actually hear one or two of them, you'll be like, yeah, I know this. I think that her outfits could be really, really cool from some of her music videos, like just the whole vibe her music would bring to the mode. Again, I think there already is maybe one song of hers in the mode, so it would be a really, really cool thing to see. And an artist that is very popular, that I actually feel like we could see, maybe not soon, but at some point, is actually Rihanna. I think that she's a very popular artist. They definitely want to get big artists in, and I know she hasn't really released anything in recent years. I believe her last album, like proper album, was 2016. I might be wrong about that, but I think that maybe if she releases a new album at some point, I believe I saw somewhere she was maybe getting back into music soon-ish, so maybe when she releases a new album, I could do a collab with her and put her in the game. I don't know, but similar with every other artist I've said, you know a decent amount of Rihanna songs, most of you, I would assume, and she would sell pretty well because she's a big artist. Like, in terms of monthly listeners, I think she's still in like the top 20 overall on Spotify, even though she hasn't, made a new album for a while. So she's a very successful artist, so I think that she would sell pretty well. Finally, I want to talk about two artists that were really big in the 2010s. There are some 2010s artists in the festival already, but I feel like that's an area I'd like to see get covered more. And I think they could do that by having two of the biggest 2010s artists that were very, very popular, and still are, really, and that is Justin Bieber and Katy Perry. So I know some of you are probably thinking that Katy Perry isn't really big anymore. She did do an album this year that wasn't received all that well. I'm not saying she'd be the next artist or anything, I'm just saying somewhere down the line. Same with all of them. I'm pretty sure you could make, I don't think she has an emote in the game yet, but I'm pretty sure you could make an emote with one of her songs. It'd be pretty easy. And she has a lot of well-known songs. Same with Justin Bieber. I don't think he's made an album since, I think it was 2021. Again, might be wrong on that, but I think that he, like her, you could make some emotes for some of his songs. If there aren't some already, there could be. And he has a bunch of well-known songs. You could easily make 5 jam tracks from his and hers music catalog. But that's about it, everyone. Those are the artists that I think would be really interesting to see. There's a bunch that I've missed. I didn't want the video to be an hour long. I could sit here for a really long time just discussing artists and why I think they could fit in the game. But let me know. As I said, some of these were predictions. Some were characters I would like to see, but I'm sure a lot of them won't actually make it. But let me know who you would like to see in the comments. But again, let me know who your favorite artist is. Do you think they would work in the game? Do you think my picks could work in the game? Do you see them being added? Let me know. As usual, I hope you all have a great day, and I hope you all had a great Christmas or whatever holiday you choose to celebrate on that day. I hope it was great for you, and hopefully we'll have a video or two out before New Year's, but in case I don't, hope you all have a great new year, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks, everyone.